It's one of those West Ham News Roundup thingies. West Ham News Rounds. There you go. How'd you like that? A few stories, a few contract negotiations, some fitness news. Somebody hopefully coming back from fitness sooner than we might have expected. Some players rumoured to be leaving. Some rumoured players to be coming in. Sorry, I did a double take then. It's just while I was speaking, I was thinking, and a hammer's up, and they are, which is good. But I guess it doesn't matter, does it? Because we're making this up as we go along, really. As I think it only counts on match day. So I think if they're proud and upright and the right way up on match day, it doesn't matter if they're floppy and facing the wrong way down during the rest of the week, fellas. I think you know what I mean. Anyway, first bit of news really is that West Ham might be willing to offer Issa Diop a new contract. That makes perfect sense, by the way. Because I think what we're doing straight away is we're ring fencing an asset. Last thing we need is somebody that we spent £23 million on running his contract down. I guess the only question with that is, will Diop be happy to sign the contracts? Bearing in mind, he's not a first team player. Is he going to sign a contract knowing that he's third or fourth choice centre half at West Ham United? That's really what it'll be. He did himself a lot of favours with his last performance, let's be perfectly honest. And I think there's been times when I felt that David Moyes would sell him. But then David Moyes came out with some comments relatively recently saying, look, we really like Diop. He's not for sale at all. And I think that's really important that he's not for sale. We can't get rid of him. We've already listed all the players that are leaving in the summer, the 8 to 10 players that are leaving in the summer anyway. The last thing we need to do is sell players or get rid of players but actually we don't need to. There's little enough squad depth as it is. If we can get him to sign a new deal, absolutely fantastic. The other bit of news on that was that Ogbonna's looking like his recovery is going well. Not faster than expected, but he's on the road to recovery, but it is knee surgery. Hopefully we will get to see him next season. We won't see him this season, but people were a little bit worried, and rightly so. I was one of them, that we possibly might not see him again. And unlike sort of Winston Reid, who got his injury, I guess, in his... Well, about a few years younger than Ogbonna, wasn't he, when he got his injury? I can't remember exactly when it was. If Ogbonna has a 2-year injury, we don't see him again. It's as simple as that, really, which would be a massive shame because he's one of our better players, isn't he? In terms of the transfer news, this is an interesting one, actually. It's more Jared Bowen stuff, okay, but it's a case of Liverpool face paying 75 million for him. Is that our valuation? It's from a website called Caught Offside. Said Bowen's value is going up with every passing game, 75 million. I just can't see it. I cannot see this one for reasons that I've said before, really. We're going to get to have a really close look, aren't we, at Liverpool's firepower, unfortunately, in the next league game. And I think that's... Sometimes, you know, when people say that you shouldn't buy in January, January is a bad time to buy. I don't always agree. I think it was good for us when we bought, funny enough, Bowen himself in. We bought Souček in. It was good for us when we bought Lingard in. I look at Liverpool now. I think that's really galvanised them, that signing of Diaz there. It's given them the little lift, and plus with the little fella Harvey Elliott coming back as well. They seem to have a little bit more squad depth. I thought I've got to be honest. A month ago, 5 weeks ago, I thought that title race was over and done with. I just thought it was Man City's fault. Nobody else could win it. So, but my point is, when I look at Liverpool, they've got a lot of options there. I'm not sure about this one there. Okay, it's this player again. It's Sam Johnston, who is the keeper for West Brom, running his contract down. Available on a free. 28 years of age. One of England's goalkeepers, isn't he? Apparently Chelsea have joined the race and face competition from London rivals West Ham United. Chelsea. This is a hard one to believe. I don't think as a 28-year-old what you want to do is go and play second or third fiddle at a club. In fact, it'd be third fiddle, whatever. Not at that age. You know, like when Paul Robinson did it. When he was in his mid to late 30s, he went and did the rounds and sat on bench. I mean, I think Joe Hart's doing it at the moment. When you get to that sort of age, it's absolutely fine. 28, these are peak prime years for a goalkeeper. Plus, they've got a couple, haven't they? They've got... did you see the League Cup final, by the way? Because they've got Mendy I thought it was terrible goalkeeping, by the way. Good penalties in a penalty shootout. Terrible goalkeeping, apart from when the Liverpool goalkeeper scored his goal, of course. So Chelsea took Mendy off, and then they put Arrizabalaga. I don't know why I said it like that. Arrizabalaga. Is that his name? I think that is it. I think I've done all right. Then. What is wrong with that guy? He just cannot help but play up in cup finals. I don't know why the referee's fault, by the way. The referee should have dealt with that straight away and said, mate, just stop doing it every single time. What I don't understand, though, is I know he missed his penalty, and it worked out, I guess, fine for Liverpool anyway, and that's cool. I don't know why the Liverpool goalkeeper, when Arrizabalaga went to take his penalty, he didn't just walk up and stand right in front of him. Anyway, he's a funny one, that goalkeeper. Okay, what else we got? We got a bit of Declan Rice. Manchester United determined to buy English. Declan Rice is number one priority, this much we know, but what it's saying is if they don't get Declan Rice, they might get Calvin Phillips. I don't know if that's meant to scare us good. Go and get Calvin Phillips, we'll keep Declan Rice. As I mentioned in my Chelsea video the other day, I do believe the dynamics of that whole deal between Chelsea, Declan Rice, clearly would have there been some conversation between Chelsea's hierarchy and the Rice team at some point, you'd imagine so, or even just a whispered word through Mason Mount, allegedly. In my opinion, put it that way, I suspect it may have happened, but it might not have done. Covering myself, you see. I would be surprised if that hadn't. Anyway, I just wonder. I think the dynamics of that have probably changed massively now because they're not really in a position to buy anyone. And I noticed he's bequeathed the stewardship of the club to the charitable trust. Now the people who regulate the charities are saying to the charitable trust, "Oi, hold on a second, you hold on," because I don't think you're allowed. I don't think charities can manage £1 billion companies, because otherwise everybody would be doing it, because obviously charitable status allows you certain certain tax breaks and certain the rules aren't as stringent as they would be for a regular business. So I noticed this they've done a second plea, the Chelsea's charitable trust, to say, "Oh, excuse me, can someone help us out? What's going on here?" I just think it looks like a disorganised mess, as you would understand. So I would be very, very surprised if Chelsea are able to spend 100+ million on anyone. Not saying they won't do any business, but I think that one's out the window. With Manchester United, who knows? I don't know. I don't care if they want to sign Calvin Phillips. Good luck to them. Or sort of bad luck to them, let's say. There's a little rumour that Ben Rama is going to start against Southampton. You would imagine that's probably going to be the case. Hopefully you've watched myself and Gio's preview ahead of that game already. Interesting. Really looking forward to that one. And a little thing about Jesse Lingard as well. Not a lot of West Ham news, but I am particularly interested, I think, in the Diop sign. The Diop sign, a new deal, is particularly important for us. Anyway, that's it. Not a great deal. Keeps it going, doesn't it? Gives us something to think about, talk about. Oh, hold on a second. I haven't seen this. West Ham scouting Bayern Munich whiz kid. I'll tell you what, we'll leave that one for tomorrow. So we've got something to talk about then, just before the match.